Now, I just want to provide an example of how in depth this video cleaner can be. It's very, very detailed, and there's so many permutations. It's just it's like you have to pick one. I feel like the lady from the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where she's looking at the different swaths of the thing, and Larry's like, you have to pick one. You can only pick one at a time. You can pick one. And see, I should have turned the gate off on this. Let's see. See, where are we at? Forensic section. See, when I turn this off, watch. It's still, even with the other sections, it's still very revealing. Okay. I just turned it off. Let's turn it back on. But the forensic section is that's the meat and potatoes of this program. It's not a joke. The whole thing is not a joke. I mean, look at the voluminous options this thing gives you. It's a free software. Okay. Now this is Whitney Webb. I'm going to upload this video standalone, as a premiere, as a precursor, as a preface to the video I'm going to upload that shows Whitney Webb. She's in Chile now. This thing is everywhere. You ain't going to escape this. You have to confront this. She's in Chile, and it's the same goddamn program. Verbatim. It's a program. Okay? Whatever theme they choose that day, that week, whatever theme it is, if it's in Philadelphia, it's in Baltimore, and it's in Belize, and it's in Germany as well. It's the same program worldwide, and they made that a point to me. Payday is the same program worldwide, and they were even messing with me, saying you made some of the program, and it's everywhere. They made it a point to punch that over and over. I wasn't looking, I wasn't thinking none of that. This thing uses what you think. You supply everything, but yet, and they kept on telling me, we're not supposed to give you any information, Payday. You should feel lucky. It's worldwide, Payday. You made this program. They must have been using something that I did, or something from my specific thematic program that day, and it must have been, all over the world. It's all over the world, everywhere. And because I was looking at clouds, I was examining clouds from a Sammy Gravano show. Sammy the Bull Gravano, in the intro, the clouds are looking all crazy. And I'm like, well, that's the cloud that you make. You tell me to look at the clouds, look at the sky, and that's one of the clouds. It's like a dude laying on his back. And it could be flipped around. It's like a cookie cutter cloud. Payday, look at the sky. When I'm embelling him, look at the sky, Payday. And I finally went out and looked at the sky, and I'm like, whoa, like they were making, and in Seattle as well, they were making very detailed clouds, and they were personalized to me. At least that's how they could probably be personalized to everyone in some way, shape, form, or fashion, especially with the lenses that they can put into your eyes and then shape them. You have to understand, they can personalize every single thing. It's like an audio spotlight. They can beam a spotlight on you, and only you hear the audio. Outside the spotlight, maybe you'll hear some bleed through. And that's with everyone. That's why we can all go to a movie, watch a movie, and it pertained to each individual. We walk out of the movie, and it says it tells your story. It's centered and pertains to your life, and then your brother, cousin, sister, mother, or friend will have something totally different that pertains to their life. They can personalize the shit like that. So, not to get off on a tangent, I'm just saying this program is wild, detailed, and it's free. It's almost like they're leaving. It's like, why would they do this? It's almost like, because it's not fair. Let's leave some things out, and that's what happens. There's some things that are available to us that we can use it's almost like purposely left there, okay? So to make it fair, because it's not fair. When you can't see this thing, now watch in the back of Whitney Webb. Let me go back to the forensics thing. Now, my whole point of this was to just say one little tick of one of these sliders, one little tick Let's see which it was the edge filtering. I ticked it one time. It should say two. Okay, I ticked it once. Maybe it was on one. See that? Yeah, I ticked it twice. Now watch when I go to 1 0. Boom. You see how vast it can change? How vastly it can change? Now this is pretty revealing, but it's a bit overwhelming. This is the one I'm going to upload and just let it play out for a little bit. This is Whitney Webb on Jimmy Dore. Okay, and I'm going to upload a more detailed and explanatory version of this. It just gets very confusing. You don't understand, or maybe unless you do, it's very, very confusing. Sometimes with all the things that can be done. Now let me take this slider away here. I mean, it's just never ending, never ending. These people are very, very ubiquitous. This is worldwide. This is Les Schwab, and then this is the Great Reset. These are the COVID people. They're administering COVID to everyone, and COVID is digital. I shouldn't even say that. They're probably going to strike me. Wow, I just fucked myself there. Guess what? We're going to have to wipe that out. You know, see the shadows on the wall? You look on the original. You can see they're stacking shadows. It's structured light, thus structured shadow. They're stacking this light and shadow. I've been in hotel rooms where they weren't there yet, and they would hurry up, and it was like they were scrambling to stack the shadows on the wall. Using cars driving by and stuff, and it just doesn't equate. It doesn't make sense, and my mouth is getting really fucking dry. Okay, these people are losers. They're pressing DARPA buttons that says dry mouth. And when I look at Jimmy Dore, when I find one of these individuals, they're going to every piece of fiber that they may put in someone's mouth and manifested is going to come back at once. These people are scum. They're pressing DARPA buttons that say dry mouth. They have to see this. Do you understand that there's a web all over everything, a shrink wrap wrapped around you that you don't see or feel? Out of sight, out of mind. Don't be a canine. Once you know about this shit, it can't be out of mind. You're a human being. Only dogs are out of sight, out of mind. Once you see this shit and it's in your mind, don't let it being out of sight put it out of your mind, or all the distraction, the convenient distractions, as I call them. Okay, you're not a canine. If you're aware of something, it's there. It's just because you don't feel it now doesn't mean it's not there, or just because you're not aware of it now, you should be aware of it now and go sense it out and find it, and you'll never be able to unsee it again. And that's the way it should be. Don't ignore this shit. And fuck you, YouTube. You can delete my shit all you want. I don't care. I'm not giving any medical information about anything. This is my opinion. The fact that you have to delete videos because someone says their opinion about some medical fabrication, it shows that you're trying to hide something. And you don't think that adults can make decisions for themselves. Medical misinformation. That's poppycock, buddy. Fuck you, YouTube. If I see you on the street, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out, YouTube. Lights on, lights out.